Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you watched the previous video, this is going to be part 2 to that holiday update video. And these are just going to be all LP records from Christmas presents or just kind of Beatles records I found over the kind of the Christmas time frame. But before I show that, someone mentioned my new George Harrison photo up there, and I forgot to, I don't know if I showed it or not, but it's the George Harrison box set Apple Years poster. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was actually at one of my local record stores, and I asked if I could have it, and they said sure. So it's a nice picture of George, and I decided to put it up above my door frame, have something else for my backdrop. So without further ado, we're going to get into some records here, and I put these in kind of a somewhat of a order, kind of a release date, kind of like original pressings and then repressings later on. So first up we're going to start with is kind of a beat up Beatles 65. This was at an antique store find. I got it for pretty cheap, and this is a Pitman pressing from 1964. Came with the original inner sleeve here. Here's the label. The record itself doesn't look too bad, but the jacket has some water damage. But again, I got it for really cheap, and it's just a slight label variation or a pressing plant variation. So I decided just to pick it up. Alright, now we're going on to some kind of Christmas present records. So this is Sgt. Pepper's U.S. pressing in stereo, but this is a 1968 pressing on the Capitol subsidiarity Apple label. Excuse me. There's the back. Everything is pretty much the same on the jacket, except for it didn't come with the Fool's inner sleeve. It just came with cutouts and just a plain white inner sleeve, I believe. So let me show you the record. And the only difference from original pressings and this one is the rim text at the bottom here. You won't be able to read it, I don't think, but let's see. This the bottom rim text says a Capitol Records, a subsidiarity of Capitol Industries. So all those were released, I believe, in 1968, so that's why I picked it up, or I kind of wanted it as a nice present. But if you don't know, I've been trying to collect now different reissues and repressings of U.S. Beatles albums. So that's any reissue in the 60s, and then the 70s and 80s, and maybe a 90 or so. So all these other ones that I'm going to show you are going to be reissues, and the first batch I'm going to show you is going to be on the red-orange Capitol label, and these were all released in 1967. So the first album we got here is Meet the Beatles, in really nice shape. At least the cover is. And again, here is the label. So let's just say I got a good bit of these reissue albums for Christmas, and the good thing about these albums that they're not really too expensive, so you can find them pretty cheap compared to either like a new album or an original Beatles album. Usually you can find these for like $25 or less. I usually try to find them for the less amount, but if they're really nice shape, the most I'll pay for is like $25. So next up, we got the Beatles' second album, and these are Jacksonville pressings as well, on the red/orange Capitol label. Show you the back here real quick. All these were in pretty decent shape, so happy with that. And the last 1976 pressing we got is Beatles 6, and also an easy way to tell an original just by the cover or not is the gold seal there. So that's just kind of a pretty indicator if you're looking for these reissues and you're just flipping through the bins. If you look for the gold record award seal, take a look at it. It might be a reissue. So there's the label there. And I believe these later issues have the corrected track listing on the back. The originals have the track listing mixed up. Okay. So next we got the Beatles 1978 Purple Capital reissue series. And again, we start off with Meet the Beatles. And this is also a Jacksonville press, but there's the purple label. And we're just kind of seeing some repeat albums here because we got the Beatles' second album again, along the purple label again. And this one is a Los Angeles pressing. And one more to go for the Purple Capital label series. Oop. Sorry, make that two more. We got another Beatles 6. And you know what label it's going to be on. There you go. And now we're on to a different album, thankfully. We got Beatles 65 on the Purple Capital label. This is also a Los Angeles pressing as well. I'm going to break some release order because those are from 78, and I also have a record from 1978, but it's not from the United States. I'm going to save that one for last because it's my favorite record of the presents I got. These are going to be 1983 and then 86 pressings. So in the 80s there was 83 and an 86 pressing, and they're both on the throwback color band label. That's what they call it. That's what the label looks like. And yes, we got another Meet the Beatles. So I made a dent in my Meet the Beatles reissue series, but there's the close-up of the label. And I usually tend to find these in pretty nice shape, as they're not too old, even though they're getting kind of old. But yeah, this is a Jacksonville press, and I believe most, if not all, the 1968 pressings are the specialty press pressing, and it has SRC and the dead wax. But here's one of those pressings, and we got a Beatles White Album. Nice to get another variation of the White Album. So there's the label, and it does have a poster. And it does have the 4 portraits, if I can get them out for you. There they are. And they're not separate, they're kind of together. Now, I have seen perforated edges of the Beatles portraits, but these don't have them. They're just, it's a one solid sheet, and they're connected like that. So, that was kind of interesting. And a little bit unique to this pressing. Alright, so that's pretty much all the Beatles, I guess, older reissues. And I'm going to have one more Let It Be variation. And I finally picked up the Let It Be picture disc. I'm going to keep it sealed for now. The previous picture disc reissues, like from Sgt. Pepper and Abbey Road, I opened those up, and I always kind of wondered why did I open them up. So I'm going to leave this one sealed, see how I feel, if I want to open it or not. I probably should have kept the Sgt. Pepper one sealed, because I already had the 1978 reissue, and the Abbey Road one. The back of the picture disc wasn't too exciting, as it is the back of the cover. So I'm going to leave that one sealed for now. I might open it sometime in the future. But anyway, we go on to my favorite present find update of the whole Christmas season. And this might look like a standard copy of Magical Mystery Tour, but this is actually a UK copy. And what makes this UK copy special is that it is on yellow vinyl. So this is an export album from 1968 on the 2-box EMI logo. I'll give you a close-up there. And in 1978, there was 4 albums released by the Beatles. There was this album, Magical Mystery Tour, Let It Be on white vinyl, the White Album on white vinyl, and then Abbey Road on green vinyl. So this is my first one of that little series. Who knows if I get the rest in the future, because they are getting more and more expensive. The only complaint I would have about this album, which I would love it to be, would just to be the laminated. All the UK laminations look really good. Fortunately, this is kind of just a matte finish, but can't complain when you get it on a nice yellow vinyl. So it does come with a gatefold. Has the EMI Parlophone down here. Has the booklet is all intact. There's inside. And spine looks pretty good. And that will just about do it for this Beatles holiday update. And I hope you enjoyed all the new records. I know they were kind of repeats, but I was happy to get them because eventually I want to go through all the different pressings and see which one's the best for US albums. I would love to do that to UK albums, but it's a little bit harder to find in the US. So I'll leave you with that and look for more videos in the future, and thanks for watching.